Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Still running a little bit above as far as our temperatures go. Just an absolutely delightful evening last night. It was kind of a really dreary, not so great looking day yesterday, but the temperatures responded rather well, and it wasn't uncomfortable to be getting any work done outside or traveling. And overnight last night, it was a very pleasant evening with a light breeze. You really couldn't even tell what direction it was coming from. And temperatures were quite mild. And we started off this morning in the upper 30s, practically over the entire lower peninsula until you get a little bit further north where things were a little bit cooler up there. But right now with plenty of clouds and no sun other than maybe over on the far west side of the state, Bel Air, Cadillac, just to name a couple of them, are looking at sunny skies right now. It is 43 degrees at the airport, 44 at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 43. Downtown Bay City is looking at 43 as well. Charlevoix, Frankfurt, Harbor Springs, Manistee, Pellston, you kind of get the idea. Those places are looking at partly sunny skies. There are glimpses of sun here and there, but for the most part, I'm not anticipating anything in the way of that happening as the day goes on. One thing for sure, the winds right now, and we're looking at a south breeze at 10, that is really going to be picking up as we go through the afternoon hours. And once we move into the later evening hours, we're going to see those winds gust out of the south at about 35 miles per hour. And then overnight, we'll have a south wind, a prevailing wind of right around 20 to 25 with gusts to 40, if not 45 miles per hour. So it is going to be kind of an interesting evening. If you don't like a lot of wind around, might be a good idea to just go wherever you're going to go and plan on spending a little bit of time there. You're also going to have to contend with some very spotty shower activity because the low pressure system, which right now is centered over Iowa, is going to be moving up through Wisconsin and eventually clearing Lake Superior late tonight and early tomorrow morning. This is a fast moving low, but it's a very intense low, and it continues to intensify as it moves into Wisconsin and then eventually through the Lake Superior area. So fortunately for us, we're not going to get the full impact of that low pressure like some other folks are getting and will be getting. I'm talking particularly the frontal system itself is really going to generate some severe weather down along the Gulf Coast, moving up into the Tennessee Valley. They're threatening folks down there with tornado activity, saying that it is definitely going to happen in those particular areas. So they're being advised and have been for about the last 24 hours that this thing was going to be pretty nasty down there. Wisconsin is looking at high winds. And of course, we're looking at some pretty breezy winds as well. What's going to be happening is kind of unusual, but it's occurred before. Our high temperature for the day today, which is going to be 53 degrees, will be reached just before midnight. And our high temperature for the day tomorrow will be right after midnight, right around 53 degrees. And then as we go through the early morning hours before sunrise, and then morning and afternoon, that temperature is going to continue to methodically drop. And we're going to be looking at a low of, tomorrow night of 24. So the temperature is going to gradually increase as we go through the day. Chances of precipitation, spotty, but they are going to be around. Then very warm after midnight. The temperature dropping as we go through the day. It will continue to be very windy during the day tomorrow. All day tomorrow and tomorrow night, wind gusts of up to 45 miles per hour. So we're going to have strong winds, and they're going to stay that way. They're not really going to back off too much until, I'll say Thursday morning. Thursday, mostly sunny skies. Our temperature, though, is only going to make it up to about 35. We'll have a west wind on Thursday, still gusting to close to 30 miles per hour. But then on Thursday night, things will begin to calm down. Partly cloudy skies, 28 for a low. Friday, clouds, 48 for a high, 40 for a low on Friday night with clouds around. Then on Saturday, clouds, sun, kind of a mix. Upper 40s to start the day off on Saturday, then dropping down into the 30s on Saturday afternoon, but no precipitation in the forecast. 22 for a low on Saturday night. Then Sunday, partly cloudy skies, but the clouds will be moving in. And later in the afternoon on Sunday, early Sunday evening, after a high of 40, we'll see some shower activity move in. 32 for a low on Sunday night. Then on Monday, a rain and snow mix to start the day off on Monday with a high of 42. So looks like it's going to be a little bit messy late Sunday afternoon, more than likely Sunday night overnight, and then into the drive time hours on Monday. 4th through the 8th, temperatures at or a little bit below normal for this time of the year. Precipitation values to be pretty close to average. We're actually, once we roll into about the 10th of December, our precipitation probability is going to drop down to below average. Record high in this state is 64, set in 1998. The record low 2 below zero, set in 1995. And a year ago, we picked up 1.5 inches of snow. 36 was our high. 23 was our low. Sun will set this evening at 5:02. Rise tomorrow morning at 7:48. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Rick Hollister over at the Andersons. We'll be talking to him in just a moment to find out what the markets are doing. We had a little bit of a recovery yesterday afternoon. We'll see what's happening here so far this morning. Rick joins us in a moment. Of course, Doug Klein along with us as well. But before we get to all of that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Sugar beet seed week continues today. Folks at Hilleshog want you to know that sugar beet growers, if you've had problems with nematodes, then you need to know about Hilleshog's latest nematode-resistant variety. Bred for and trialed right here in Michigan, 2332 NT is high yielding with high sugar and offers one of the strongest root disease packages that's available. That means you can stop worrying about nematodes, rhizoctonia, root aphids, and whatever other affliction there might be, because right now Hilleshog has got you covered. Contact your Hilleshog agent and find out how. Make your farm generation strong. Plant Hilleshog. Along with me, Rick Hollister from the Andersons. How we looking, Rick?
Good morning, Terry. Hey, we're on the plus side today. For the first time in quite a few days, wheat is actually on the plus side. We've got wheat up 7 or 8 cents at the moment. Soybeans also up 7 or 8 cents. Soybeans have about a 20-cent range so far today, from up 11 to down 8 or 9. So bringing corn up a penny at the moment. Out to the new crop for next fall is up a couple. So we just have seen some really big fund liquidation, especially in the wheat market here for the last couple of weeks. The big speculators just pulling back. I'm not sure where they're taking their money, but they're pulling it away from the grains. The funds coming out of the soybean and the corn market as well. So mostly in the wheat, but other commodities as well. Metal markets are sharply higher today. Gold's up 23. Some pretty good volatility over there for the last couple of days as well. Soybeans seem to be following crude oil around. Big influence there with the soybean oil market following the other oil markets, the crude oil and the heating oil markets. Crude oil was lower yesterday, a couple dollars a barrel, ended up closing higher by $1.50 a barrel. Today we were lower for a bit, brought them back to the plus side, which brought soybeans back. At the moment, it's about unchanged after trading $1.50 lower to about $1 higher per barrel. So a little volatility there, but market doesn't seem to be going anywhere in a big hurry at the moment. All eyes on Argentina at the moment, Terry. We don't have much from a fundamental standpoint to talk about here in the U.S. Harvest pretty much over in the U.S. I'm kind of trying to start to look ahead to next year. But Argentina's been real dry, so a lot of focus on what's going on there. They've been waiting to plant their corn and soybean crops, waiting for some moisture, and it's just been really dry, and they seem to stay dry there in Argentina. So, and then along this week with over the weekend and this week with the unrest in China, sort of threatening the demand side of the market. If China pulls away from buying outside commodities, which they can't completely do at this point, doesn't feel like, but dealing with a lot of political unrest there over the last week, and the market's kind of sensitive to that too, and thinking that maybe hurts demand overall. So anyway, at the moment, corn is just mostly up a penny. Corn for November delivery here at Hemlock is $6.14. New crop for next fall at $5.58. Soybeans, cash soybeans, right at $14. They're up 7 to 8 cents here at the moment. New crop at $13.38. Old crop red wheat $7.02. New crop red for July or August delivery at $7.47. Old crop white wheat at $7.16, and the new crop white wheat at $8.02.
You have a great day, Rick. Thanks a lot for the
Terry.
recovery there.
Yeah.
I was beginning to wonder what was going to happen.
We'll keep working at it.
Yeah, very interesting down in South America. I think we're going to be hearing a little bit more about those folks now.
Yeah, Brazil seems to have gotten their crop mostly planted in good shape with moisture, just the opposite as you go away from the equator towards the south. They've just been in that dry trap for a long time in Argentina, and they are the largest soybean meal and soybean oil exporter in the world. Where U.S. and Brazil, we export soybeans, Argentina processes and exports the products. So it is a big deal, and will continue to be if they stay this dry.
Yes, it is. You take care. Have a great day, Rick.
Yeah, have a good day, Terry.
You bet. Rick Hollister over at the Andersons. Doug Klein joining us now from Oppenheimer. The Market Report brought to you by Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. 800-234-3280. They've been around a while, and they know how to keep that tractor running. You want to show it off or you want to make it work? Doesn't make any difference. If you need a new part for that old tractor, just go to steinertractor.com, or as we said, 800-234-3280. Market Report also brought to you by the folks at Kryzak's House Family Restaurant. Got an event coming up here in the next few weeks before the end of the year, or anytime next year. Might be a great idea to have Kryzak supply the food for you. 989-894-5531. Give them a call. Or if you want a great place to dine in, do it there. Corner of Cass in Michigan on Bay City's South Side. Doug Klein, good morning.
Good morning.
What do you think?
I think we might have a rail strike coming up. Something's going on here.
Well, I know that tomorrow we're going to have Chuck Lipstrew with the Michigan Agribusiness Association on. Chuck originally was going to be on today, and then they held a big press conference here within the last hour. So we're going to have some stories on the on news reports here this afternoon and tomorrow, and then Chuck's going to join us tomorrow to talk about that. But I'm reading a list here that's 4 legal notebook pads of businesses and organizations that are really, really, really upset with the threat of this rail labor dispute.
Right. And it's kind of been exacerbated by shutting pipelines down and things like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
We are so dependent now, more so than ever, on rail and truck, that if either one of them has an issue one way or the other,
Right.
and both of them have diesel to work with, don't they?
Right.
And guess what? There's the lowest common denominator right there. What makes the motor run?
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Well, hey, we had another Russian crypto billionaire bite the dust. 53 years old.
Wow.
Died in Monaco. Apparently, he took a little helicopter ride, and his buddy that was going to go with him said, "I think I'll let you go alone this time." And lo and behold, he made a good decision there because just one more billionaire didn't quite make it. It's always about the money. Somebody had it in for him, but they'll never know. So the B-21 Raider is the newest bomber that the United States is putting out. It's $2 billion.
Is that for the running gear or for the whole plane?
I hope it's for the whole plane.
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope it is. Man, they're going to order 100 of them. So, gosh, you could forgive a lot of college loans for that kind of money. But anyway, we don't want to digress on that. Here's your numbers. The December corn is 6.69 3/4. That's up a penny. The September of 23 corn 6.24. That's up 2.5. The March soybeans 14.71, up 8 1/4. November of 23 soybeans 13.98 1/2, up 3.5. December wheat is 7.65 1/4, up 8 1/2, and the July of 23 wheat 8.03 1/4, up 6 cents. So crude oil has been around and around, but right now it's up a little bit, even though Venezuela is going to get back into the production of oil for the United States, since we need somebody to produce our oil. I don't know. Crude oil 77.87, up 63 cents. Heating oil is 323.67. That's up 8.5 cents. Gasoline is 232.19. That's down 0.8 of a penny. Gasoline or natural gas is 7.16.5. That's down 3 1/4. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys 136.27 at the border. That's up 129 ticks. The dollar buys 138.22 yen. That's down 72 ticks. The euro's at 103.55. That's up 18 ticks. The dollar's at 106.62. That's down 6 ticks. Gold's at 17.50.30, up $10. Silver's 21.25, up 33 cents. And platinum's at 10.10.20, up $10.90.
All righty. Have a good one, Doug.
Okay, thank you.
We'll talk to you again. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Jerry Samolsky joins us in a moment.
At Beta Seed, we deliver the nation's premier sugar beet seed every spring and superior performance every fall. But neither represent our most important delivery. That honor is reserved for a delivery that knows no season. Confidence. Confidence delivered by a team of breeding professionals identifying the best traits tailored to your market. It's the industry's leading feedback loop that's led by your Beta Seed rep. From grower to rep to breeder and back again. Only Beta Seed can deliver all that. Beta Seed, breeding confidence.
Farm Service brought to you today by Stein Seeds for elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control. Plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield plus advantage. Learn more at steinseed.com. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. We say good morning to Jerry Samolsky. Jerry, looks like we got a little bit of wind coming at us. There he is.
And there we are. Yeah, Terry, we do. And, after yesterday's confession of mowing my perennial beds down, it's going to sound just as crazy, but it's almost the 1st of December, and it's been so dry. Anything that's newly planted before the weather gets frigid cold, I'm going to suggest one more watering for newly planted items. and things that you want to, help push through that maybe been struggling. It's dry there, Terry. And newly planted stuff, they've been transpiring and giving off that moisture. And the winds that are come are going to dry them out even more. So put things to bed with a good drink before winter comes.
Good advice. You take care, Jerry. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, okay? And put a little bit of change in your pocket so you don't blow away, all right?
I think I'm safe without change, Terry. Have a good day.
That's true. We both have pretty good traction, don't we?
That's right.
All right. Talk to you later. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Craig Voorhees in a moment.
Attention car and truck shoppers. I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet Buick and Vassar, where things are finally back to normal. And yes, inventories are back to normal, but more than that, the offers are finally great again. First, we have Cyber Cash. Go to our website and pick up a bonus $500 on almost every model. Second, the incredible Blazer leases are even better. That's right, lease a Blazer from Cook Chevrolet, now starting as low as $218 a month. And of course, our top seller, the Chevy Silverado Crew Cab 4-wheel pickup, now leasing from $359 a month. So, once again, Blazers from $218, Silverados from $359, and inventories of everything, including Blazers, Equinox, Silverados are pouring in. That's the Cook GM Superstore, M15 Top of the Hill in Vassar.
Payments based on 24-month GM employee and family lease, 10,000 miles per year, and includes all rebates. 1862 on Blazer, 2025 on Silverado, do a signing. Chevy, find new roads.
Well, you got a little bit of time to get over to Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. The reason why is because those Case IH Farm All tractors, that'll do just about anything you want. Well, that financing offer is good through tomorrow. So you can take advantage of no money down, no interest, no payments for 180 days or receive up to $6,000 cash back. That Farm All tractor will do just about anything and everything you want. Horsepower, 35 to 140, that gets the job done. And you can get it all done by stopping by Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth and take advantage of those special financing offers on select Farm All tractors. Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. Craig Voorhees joining me right now. Craig, what's going on?
Well, Terry, December is only a couple days away, and not long after that, we're going to be looking at 2023. And, everybody's planning for next year, and part of that planning should include a good look at what your payroll is for next year, or at least what you anticipate it to be, and then compare that to what you have on your work comp policy. That kind of works like taxes do. If you overpay, you get money back, but if you underpay, then you get a bill from the insurance company. So we'd like to keep that kind of on a level playing field and keep the payroll as accurate as we can going forward for the next 12 months.
Good advice. Where's this year gone, Craig?
That's a good question, Terry. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know either. If we can figure it out, what else could we do? Just figure it out. That's it. Craig, you take care.
Slow it down if we can.
Yeah, I hope so. Talk to you in a couple. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Right,
Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency.
Whether your family farm has been passed down through generations or you're just getting started, knowledge and partnership fuel constant growth along the way. As the legacy of your farm strengthens, shared values and a never-ending commitment remain. ACH Seeds is proud to work with you to sustain your continued growth. This partnership, driven by a shared passion that never stops growing, is refined over time and cultivated in common ground.
This is your ACH Seeds representative, Jeff Karst. Our 2023 lineup is better than ever. Crystal Beet seed varieties offer a full spectrum of defensive traits combined with top-performing yield and sugar potential. And speaking of defense, ask me about the proven performance of our CR Plus varieties. This enhanced level of Saccasper leaf spot tolerance provides confidence of good disease control with fewer trips across the field. I look forward to hearing from you and working toward continued success. Thanks again for partnering with ACH Seeds.
Steve Anderson joining me right now. Steve, what's going on in New York?
Well, Terry, we've got a little bit of a mixed bag of nuts. The indices are down. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 93 points, putting it at 33,755, volume 278 million shares. NASDAQ's down 59. at 10,990. Volume there is 298 million shares. Stocks of local interest, we have kind of a reasonable amount of green. Caterpillar 234.05, up 175. Deere 438.03, down 318. CMS 6016, down 64. Dow 5039, up 89. DuPont 6950, up 48. Corteva 6583, up 87. GM 3979, up 41. Trinzio 2406, up 69. Walmart 153.24, down 27. Home Depot 318.02, down 90. Huntington Bank is 1522, up 16. And AT&T is ahead by 2 little pennies at 1884. So we look better than the general indices do.
Yes, we do. Steve Anderson, thank you so much. You have a great day. All right?
I will. You too, Jerry.
You bet. Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company. We want to say congratulations to Jeffrey Crone over in the Elkton area. He's the winner of the Great Lakes Yield Enhancement Network competition for the highest percentage of potential yield in wheat and for the highest yield competition with 165.92 bushels per acre. Other winners were from Ontario, Canada, and also from Ohio. So again, congratulations to Jeff Crone from over in Elkton. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Steve Kathan. The United States and Iran battle in the world's biggest sports stage in 2 hours, a much-anticipated showdown that has fans of the World Cup revved up.
I'm hoping for a 3-1 win. 3-1 win, U.S. We go to the second round.
I'm a little worried because Iran doesn't have to win. They can make it really, really difficult for us.
I'm Roxana Saberi in Doha, where tonight's match is crucial for both the U.S.